Okay, we are now starting segment 2 with Matt McQuaid and Kyle Ahrens. Segment 2 is kind of about their careers at MSU. Uh, why did you choose MSU?
I chose MSU first and foremost because of the family atmosphere. The relationships you build there, and just the teammates that you play with. You're always playing with great players, and Coach Izzo, he's just a intense, passionate coach. It was just a great opportunity, and there's really no place like it. And you really see it on your visit, and all the guys take you in. And like we said, it's just a family atmosphere. You can feel it from the beginning.
Yeah, I'd have to absolutely agree with the family atmosphere. That's what drew me to Michigan State as well. And then through my 5 years, just really realizing how much relationships have been with Matt, Connor, Jack, my roommates within the 5 years. I mean, those guys are my best friends. So just being able to have that relationship and what's carried on through the 5 years is something that's special and that will last on forever, longer than basketball. So I think that's what's so unique about going to Michigan State is the relationships you build with the people.
What was it like getting your first call from Coach Izzo?
It was crazy. I remember I was at home, and I had just got back from Las Vegas for the Skills Academy, and my dad handed me the phone. He's like, "It's Coach Izzo," and I was like, "What?" It was kind of random. So it was a good conversation, and he was just telling me that they were very interested and they wanted me. And when I was gonna go visit my grandma up there in the fall, in the summer, I was going into my senior year, and I was gonna go up there and play a little open gym too. And it was just a good conversation, and Coach Izzo's a great guy, and made the best decision of my life going there.
I was in the parking lot at a grocery store. My mom was heading into the grocery store when Coach Izzo called me for the first time. And it was, I mean, when you think about it as a kid growing up, everyone knows who Coach Izzo is. So, I mean, it's a feeling of an accomplishment when you get a coach like that to call you, and he's a Hall of Fame coach, and just building a relationship with him for the last 5 years and how much he truly cares about his players off the court just as much as on the court. That's what makes him so unique, and that's also a relationship I'll cherish the rest of my life.
What was the most difficult thing you personally faced while playing there, and how did you overcome it?
Well, I know Kyle had a ton of injuries, but I had an injury my sophomore year, and I'd never had to sit out for like a long period of time. And going into my sophomore year, I had like a double hernia surgery, and it was really tough for me. And luckily, I had Kyle and other guys that have gone through stuff that were just helping me and pushing me along the way. But it was definitely really tough. But I'm glad I had guys around me like Kyle to help me get through it, and just push me and just tell me it's okay to rest. You got to get healthy before you start going again, because I wanted to get out there fast. And Kyle's he's always telling me, he's like, don't rush it, you're just gonna make it worse. Just little tips like that throughout the days and helping me get through tough time. And it was
Yeah, I'd have to agree that injuries is definitely the hardest part about college through the 5 years. And what got me through it was definitely the teammates, whether it was McQuaid or Connor, Jack, or even during practice when I had to sit out and we had a weight room, and there was a glass door going into the practice gym, and Quaid would be dead tired, but he'd still give me a fist pump between sets and stuff just to like motivate me when I was conditioning there. And I don't know if he knew it at the time, but that motivated me so much just to want to get back and be with those guys. And that's definitely what got me through it and was able to get me through 5 years here.
And now, what was your most memorable moment or moments at Michigan State, if you can pick a couple or even one?
The most memorable is definitely beating Duke to go to the Final Four. That was something. I mean, we have a lot of moments we'll never forget, but that's like one you're just like, I'll never ever forget. It was that was just crazy. Got to spend it with my best friends, and just we were standing on that podium. We were just remember when we came here together, and like we were just talking. I remember like put my arm around Kyle and Connor, and we were just up there having a good time. You know, that was a crazy, surreal feeling.
Yeah, I'd have to agree that definitely the Final Four, beating Duke, just seeing the smiles on people's faces, all the hard work that people have went through, just to come to that moment. And then I'd also have to say the Big Ten championships between it was Michigan that year, and then the Big Ten tournament, like after we won that, and then this year against Ohio State, beating them. The championship days, those are days that you just look around and it's just like you accomplished something that you worked so hard for that come with it. It's really unique and cool.
Matt, this question's for you. How did your first season playing professionally go this past year, and are you planning on returning to the same team, or are you going to be searching around in free agency?
It was good. It's very up and down. You know, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely it can get lonely out there being out all the way over there by yourself. It's a lot different than college. You know, you don't have it's not as much friendships. It's more of like a business. You know, you practice and you go home and you're on your own. And it was definitely a big adjustment for me, especially coming from a family place like Michigan State. But yeah, it just took me a while to adjust, and the playing style too is different. And they don't call any fouls over there on moving screens, so it was definitely a little more physical. But overall, it was a pretty good experience. And right now, we're actually thinking about resuming the season, and I might be heading out Sunday. So I'm just kind of waiting to hear back from my agent and you know, figure out what we're going to do here in the next couple of days.
And then Kyle, being a senior and having your season cut short like our seniors did in March, what were your emotions at the time? And then, you know, advice moving forward to our seniors and how you approached it as well.
Yeah, it was definitely hard, especially, I mean, for me, my goal the whole season was to make it to the NCAA tournament, not being able to play in it since I was a sophomore in college. So it's been a couple of years, and I was finally on 2 feet, ready to go for that. But I mean, you can't sit in the past and think about what could have been and regrets. And you know, for our season, it ended on a championship that we won, and I mean, I got to play against my brother and have bragging rights for the rest of my life against him. So, I mean, I'm kind of happy about that. But for all seniors, there's a reason for it. You just got to keep it's part of life. You just got to keep moving forward. You can't get stuck in the past and stuck with constant or thinking about constant problems that happen. You just got to keep moving forward, and it's just part of life, like I said.